Okay, I'm going to do this really quick. Everybody's asking about different types of needles. The reason why it's hard to understand when you're looking at all these different companies is because there's no standard. And there's 3 different ways to identify the needle itself, let alone, the actual setup. You have 4 different things you have to look for. You're looking for diameter, taper, count, and configuration. Taper, short taper, regular, long, from the shoulder to the tip. That's what the taper means. Mag settings, rounds aren't as deep on the end, so they don't penetrate deeper. That's the theory anyway. Woven mags are looser than stacked. If you use a stack, make sure they're extra long tapers. Otherwise, it's easier just to stick to the wovens. What I'm going to show you is the way to identify everything, and this is pretty much it in a nutshell, how to identify it. Okay, I'm sure you've seen all those before, and that's the equivalency. These are also a set of numbers. As you'll notice, the 12 is the number needle 12, the standard size. 10s have a thinner diameter, 8s are even smaller. So that means there's 5 needles in the set. The M says it's a mag, and then long taper. Okay, there's your 8, 15 mag. The RL means round. And then there's some generic identifications that are simply RL is round liner, F is flat. Okay, and that's how Mithra identifies everything. Okay, liners, long taper, number 12. Number 12, the number of the needle, round liner, long taper. Okay. Flats. Number 12's flat, long taper. The B one is the long taper, F means flat. Stacked mags, which is a stacked is 2 flats on top of each other. Those are really tight. I don't like those. Okay, that's the M2. M1 is a single mag, M2 means stacked. These are standard long taper mags. A number 12 long taper 11 mag is a really good needle. It's probably the most versatile thing you can get. Okay, and then there's rounds. That's what the R means, round shader. Those are loose rounds. They're not like liners. Liners are tight. Okay, round shaders, round shader, B2. Then we got some textured. Textured, the T comes first in the identification. And then you have round textured. Round textured. So you have T, number 12 needles, round shader, long taper, B1. And then we have curved. Identification for curved, long taper, number 12, textured. So you have T for textured, number 12 is the needle size, 5 mag, BM1 is the mag, and the C is curved. So those are all different identification things that you'll run across. But basically, what they're getting at is identifying what you're looking at right there. That's how you break it down. But the needle number 12s are, like I said, long taper for a number 12. You can use for anything. Short taper can only be used for color work because it has a wide, short shoulder, wide gap, makes a big dot. That's why you pack in the color with the wide dot. Okay? 10s or 8s are generically called bug pins. A bug pin is actually this number. So a number 12 does have a bug pin number, but usually the bug pin is a generic term for 8s or 10s. All tight liners, you want them to be made out of a 10 or an 8, or at least a long taper. Your single pass liners should be number 12 long taper or extra longer, just for doing a regular liner, whether it's a 3 or a 5. But if you're doing like portrait work, where the only thing you may do is the eyes, you want a really sharp point. A 3 bug pin or number 8 tight is better than a single needle number 12. And as far as textured, I know people ask me about that. That's something that came about because of thin inks. It's better now, so you really don't need textured needles as much. It's a preference, kind of like curved mags. And I'll use all of the notes will be coming up in a second. And that's it.